Hey guys, today we have news about what is going on in Afghanistan. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and click on the bell icon to get notifications. As the US and its allies absorb the consequences of their defeat in Afghanistan, the major powers on the continent, such as Russia, China, and Iran, will attempt to reorient the countries toward a solution consistent with the Greater Eurasia Partnership. The world has changed remarkably over the past 2 decades. The US was at the height of its power when it invaded Afghanistan at the end of 2001, and its unchecked capabilities were marked by the grand ambitions of reshaping the entire world in its own image. Besides imposing its own system of governance on Afghanistan, it was also open about the strategic significance of expanding US military presence and influence in the Central Asia region to contain the influence and power of both Russia and China. While Moscow, Beijing, and Tehran shared Washington's objective of a peaceful and stable Afghanistan, they all opposed the American military footprint and hegemonic ambitions. Now, 20 years after invading Afghanistan, the world has changed and the US is now in relative decline. Continuous warfare has been a drain of its resources, and its military commitments are overextended and appear increasingly unsustainable. The humiliating defeat in Afghanistan has also inflicted irreparable damage on liberal interventionism. The scenes from Kabul, reminiscent of Saigon, will make it difficult for Washington to convince its already war-weary public to support another military campaign in the name of spreading its value. Allies of the US that invested 2 decades of blood and money in the nation-building operation will likely be more hesitant to take part in similar military adventurism in the future. Now, they know it can be abandoned on a whim. The ability to recruit locals to put themselves in the front line has also diminished. Afghans who cooperated with the US will likely suffer greatly in time ahead. While frontline states of a global hegemon can enjoy very favorable conditions, the frontline state of declining hegemon risk being thrown under the bus. Much like the former US-backed government in Kabul, the Kurds, Hong Kong, Ukraine, Taiwan, and other partners of America's global frontlines will enjoy less support and could suddenly be abandoned as US power fades and Washington must revert to pragmatism. Following NATO's defeat, the major regional powers such as Russia, China, and Iran must respond to the insecurity of a Taliban-controlled Afghanistan. An extremist Islamic government in their region is a profound challenge, and these countries are now scrambling for attainable post-NATO solutions. The end of NATO's presence also presents opportunities, as states in the region that previously looked towards the US as a security provider must now rely on the regional powers. In a case in point, Russia is filling the power vacuum in Central Asia by strengthening the defense of neighboring Tajikistan and Uzbekistan in response to the risk of Islamic fundamentalists using Afghanistan as a staging ground for destabilizing Central Asia. However, both Russia and China are aiming for a cordial relationship with the new Afghanistan. While Western governments have rapidly evacuated their embassies and fled the country, it is noteworthy that Russia and China are keeping their diplomatic missions in place. Over the past weeks, both Moscow and Beijing have engaged in diplomacy with the Taliban to reach agreement for peaceful coexistence in the neighborhood. Cooperation from China and Russia will depend on the Taliban abiding by the commitment it has made over the past weeks. There is reason for optimism. The Taliban has referred to China as a friend and welcomed Chinese investment in reconstruction, while the new government in Kabul is also attempting to reassure Russia of its benign intentions. It is not yet clear if the Taliban will take political responsibilities and whether the current non-threatening posture towards Russia and China may be only temporary while it consolidates its power. However, the Greater Eurasia Partnership appears to be the best path for a stable and peaceful Afghanistan. After 4 decades of war, the Taliban need to restore some degree of prosperity and peace. Rather than occupying the country and imposing foreign values, Russia and China aim to align Afghanistan interests with the Greater Eurasia integration, not domination. US efforts to establish hegemony with military power failed. At the same time, China has Belt and Road Initiative and other cooperative programs in this region under the Greater Eurasia Partnership. And Taliban may join this project to share a common future with wider region. This is all we have for today. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel and watch our other videos.